Before I make this video, I want to bring in two cases of recent events. One involving the death of one Kenneka Jenkins. Two involving an article from The Root called Black Men, Heterosexual Black Men, are the White Men of the Black Community. The one case you have of a young black woman by the age of 19 who goes by the name of Kenneka Jenkins, partying up in some hotel in Chicago. Something happens and she ends up in a freezer room, basically fatally suffering from hypothermia. And you have the entire I won't get into details, but the second case, you have an article by Damon called Heterosexual Black Men are the White People of Black People. How do these two tie in together with my point I'm going to make right now? So you have the former case of Kenneka Jenkins playing stupid games, winning stupid prizes. As a result of her trying to want to be down with the ratchets, the hood rats, and really want to be down with the thugs and dope boys, if you catch my drift, she ends up paying the ultimate price. And not that her ratchetness and training, well, probably not even in training, but her loose ways warrant to death, but you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So as far as this is concerned, before I get to her mom is a piece of shit. And looking at the way her mom has conducted herself, no one should be surprised that Kenneka Jenkins ended up down this path, nor that she ended up suffering a premature death. But considering the reaction and looking at how the community reacted as if she was completely innocent and that she didn't do anything to deserve this death, or that she didn't do anything to put herself in this scenario to be killed, unfortunately, and untimely, should show you something. Compared to how young black men, who aren't even part of gangs, who stay in the house, how some of them end up having the same fate of an untimely death. Especially, and we can go beyond Chicago. There's a recent case in Mississippi in which a black man's head was severed and was put in front of someone else's door as a warning. But in all those cases of young black men suffering untimely and unjustified deaths, what do you hear from the community at large? If it's not evident to you what I'm referring to or what I'm about to talk about, let's go to the second story. It'll be a bit more obvious. An article, or rather should I say a hit piece, by one Damon called Heterosexual Black Males, or Straight Black Males, are the White People of Black People. Or to better paraphrase it, heterosexual black males are the white men of the black community. What was he referring to there? Well, I'll save you the time of reading that tripe. He was basically stating how black men, especially in recent events, have gotten so much attention for so many things that it's putting black women and black children, black girls particularly, on the sidelines, putting their concerns to the side. What was that? Oh shit. Is that a bird? Is that a plane? No. Oh, it's just a simp. Alright. What do these two things have in common? Well, These two recent events should show you, as straight, heterosexual, non-ghetto, especially if you're non-ghetto, black men, your role and your desire within the community. Straight black male, you are no longer wanted in the so-called black community. Straight black male. That's if you ever were wanted in the first place, or were just needed by necessity due to the historical racial environment of the United States. But now that the black woman has received her liberation, what has she done with it? Besides kick you out the house, told you that you weren't shit, gave the best black men hell to pay, and only showed a modicum of respect for the black men who actually weren't shit. That's before they threw them away as well and pissed them off. To the point in which now people are starting to see that if you are a black man, a straight black man with balls, and a straight black man with an IQ above 100, you are not wanted in the black community. It's as simple as that. You got people damn near rioting for a floozy, for someone who is trying to be down with the hood, trying to party it up, basically popping you know what for you know who. And the guys she was popping it to probably weren't college students to begin with, and damn sure weren't your future doctors, lawyers, engineers, architects, accountants, whoever. We all know the kind of guys that was getting it in with Kenneka before her untimely death, and likely beforehand during prior parties. As far as Damon Young is concerned, look here. What you did there, if I had it my way, what you did there would be labeled as treason, son. And you know what nations do to people who commit treason against their own? This isn't a threat, so don't even go there. But this is my stern opinion of black men who speak down against their fellow man, or men in general who speak down against their fellow men. You got these Captain Save-A-Hoes, you got these white knights who feel as if taking down their men, making their men trip over and fuck up is the quickest way to getting in between the legs and getting favors from the opposite sex. Whereas in reality, you're just showing that you're too damn lazy to do for self. You're too damn lazy to get your ass up. And you're too damn lazy to improve yourself. Instead of going out, busting your ass, whether it's to make that money, whether it's to build that bod, or that bod, okay, that sounded a bit suspect. See, speaking of which, let me go on. Whether it's to build yourself physically, financially, academically, or whatever, or just personality-wise, having life experiences. And I don't mean the life experiences that put you in scenarios like Kenneka Jenkins, but real life experiences like traveling, like going out, like having a life in general. You're too lazy to do that, and instead you take the easy way out. Hell, you take the easier way out than what MGTOW guys do. At the very least, MGTOW guys, at least the ones who don't bitch to you online, they keep to themselves. That's the reason why I handle, like what I said in Solo TV 84's interview. I handle MGTOW with boxing gloves. I handle simps with these, with bare knuckles. And I don't mean physically, I mean verbally. I mean intellectually. I have no sympathy. I have no heart. And I have no love. No respect for simps. Hell, compared to you all, the thugs, the man-mans, the little twins on the street, I handle them with boxing gloves. You've seen it. And even with black women. Partially because I've just grown indifferent to black women. I don't even handle them at all. I just let them go on and do their little thing, then let them walk to the fire. Let them walk to the flame thinking it's the light. Whether it's the white man or the Pookie Ray Ray nigga, let them walk to the light. My battle with them has been done. No disrespect to all of you who want the black family back. The Manosphere guys, but you all see, and I think a lot of you do, because a lot of you, including Oshie Duke Jackson, stated fuck the black community, which I'm glad he is warming up to the fact that the black community at large does not want your competent heterosexual black ass involved. But people like Damon Young, it's people like you who I despise the most. And it's people like Damon Young and people who fall behind him on why I say fuck the black community. Simple as that. It's people who have the mindset of Damon Young and the people who protest for Kenneka Jenkins, but not the honor roll student who got shot because he was in the crossfire while walking home from school late at night after a 10-hour study session at school, staying after school for whatever. That's why I say fuck the black community. And I'm not telling you all to do the same thing, follow my path, blah, 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 but I want you guys to consider this. Look at the kind of people the black community at large defends. For starters, it's women. It's not even children, you know. If it was children, you could argue that, okay, yeah, the children come first, blah, 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 blah. Children first. But as far as the black community is concerned, we're not wanted, we're not needed, and we've been dismissed. So as far as I'm concerned, just take that dismissal and move on. As far as I'm concerned, they've made their choice. And quite frankly, we as men have to take that on the chin. We have to take that L. We have to respect their wishes. And I say for all of you out there who are still reluctant to do so, these events should show you that once and for all, you as a straight black male, particularly a straight black male with an IQ above 100, are not wanted. We've been given our papers. We've been given our pink slips. And I say to that, to walk on with dignity, and to don't turn back. Half of knowing, or rather should I say half of going where you're wanted is knowing where you're not wanted. These cases are the perfect examples on knowing where we're not wanted. Quite frankly, it's these events that made it easier for me to move from a predominantly black city to a predominantly white state in which our race is only 2% of the population. So that I would say that's 1% of us, 1% of guys like myself. And you think it's scary or bad out here? Yeah, there are a couple of guys who have their heads up their ass or have sand in their vagina about me on the street, not being a bum, not being in prison, and having a job, a well-paying job, being able to get women that they actually desire. Yeah, there's some guys. Actually, there are a lot of guys who are passive-aggressive about it. Some that are more, I won't even say vocal, but that show their feelings a bit more evidently than others. But that just goes with the territory. If you don't rile up an alt-right white guy who thinks the world belongs to him, if you aren't pissing him off, then you're doing something wrong. Or you aren't doing enough right. Or you just aren't doing enough. That's what a lot of those kind of guys tend to hate about educated black men, which is where a lot of people say the black woman and the white man are two sides of the same coin. And articles like these, at least when it comes to black women, I mean, it's people who say that are having their arguments being proven more right as the day is long. But then again, it's autumn, so this is probably the wrong time to say that. But as far as in case of some of these white guys giving you shit, I wouldn't worry about it. A lot of them are too. All the racist ones are too bitch-made to say shit about it anyway. They'll go there, storm cucks and talk their shit. Let them talk their shit. But if they ever physically threaten you, then you know what time it is. But overall, heterosexual black men, we're on our own. Black men whose IQs are above 100, we're on our own. Black men who don't conform to the ways of niggerish behavior, we're on our own. I reiterated this in several videos, and this is the reason why I say always bet on X, not just because it's a catchy phrase, but because a lot of what I say tends to be more right than wrong. I'm not going to say I'm 100% or I'm batting at 1,000, but when it comes to things, I state here about recent events, about stuff that goes on. You know for certainty that you can rely on the majority of things I say as either fact, based on fact, or will come into fruition. So, all of you, take heed. Especially those who are stuck in the black community. You black boys who are stuck in the black community, put your head down. Just put your head down. Whether in books, whether in your craft, whether in your line of sport. Just put your head down. Focus on that. Get the hell out. And don't turn back. For everyone else out there, always bet on X.